Life of a teenager and young adult in North Korea. Like everywhere else in the world, a young person's social class is very important, but the class divide in North Korea is much greater. For example, the child of a general has a significantly better life compared to an ordinary citizen's child. North Korean youth sometimes get access to illegal foreign movies that are smuggled into the country. They watch how young people in other countries live and try to imitate them. However, freedom in clothing and makeup is highly restricted. Cosmetics are not easily available to the public. Makeup is considered illegal, and the same smugglers who bring in Western movies also sell cosmetics, but at extremely high prices, as they are risking their lives. Women and girls who wear makeup do so only at home. If they go outside wearing it, there is no guarantee they will return home safely. The only acceptable form of makeup is a very light lipstick. If someone wears red lipstick, it is considered a capitalist act and they can be sent to prison. Clothing colors must be dark and muted. However, Kim Jong-un has recently allowed young people to wear slightly more colorful clothes. North Korea has a special police force dedicated to monitoring fashion, makeup, and clothing. This force is called Geusalde. No young North Korean wants to be caught by them. All schools are controlled by the government. Education is free and mandatory until the age of 16, and all children must attend school. From age 10 to 16, students must choose a career path. Once they choose, there is no turning back. For example, if someone decides to become a football player, they must follow that path with no option to change careers later. North Korea claims that 98% of its population is literate, but there are no independent statistics to verify this. A large portion of the school curriculum is focused on political education. Students are taught patriotism and how to support and obey the government. They are indoctrinated to believe that the North Korean leader is like a god, and they must never show the slightest disrespect toward him for their entire lives. While high literacy rates are a positive thing, many schools lack funding and are unable to accept all students. Whether a child completes their education or not, at age 17, they must enlist in the military. Boys must serve for 10 years, while girls serve for 6 years. Advancement in the North Korean military depends on both physical fitness and having powerful connections. If a soldier is athletic, they may receive a promotion. But if they have influential relatives, such as a general in the army, they can rise even higher in rank. For example, if Kim Jong-un himself were to enlist in the military with his current physique and had no connections, he would remain a low-ranking soldier for 10 years. Exemptions from military service are granted only to individuals with exceptional academic performance or athletic talent. Those who qualify are allowed to continue their education or focus on sports instead of serving in the army. What kind of entertainment do teenagers and young adults have in North Korea? In Pyongyang, the capital of North Korea, there are only two main forms of entertainment, a cinema with 2 screening halls and a bowling alley. However, only the elite class of Pyongyang has access to these facilities. Even the city's middle class cannot afford to use them. Only 1% of Pyongyang's population belongs to the wealthy class, meaning they have slightly higher salaries and possibly some savings. These families can afford to give their children pocket money. While this may seem normal in other countries, in North Korea, where the average monthly income is around $10, giving a child an allowance is a luxury few can afford. There are also a few cafes in Pyongyang. The customers of these cafes are the children of that same 1%, the only ones who can afford to spend $4 on a single drink, which is equivalent to a poor person's monthly income in North Korea. These privileged children live relatively well in North Korea. They are the only ones who can own gaming consoles. They are also the primary customers of film smugglers, buying and watching illegal Hollywood movies. In one case, a few of these privileged children obtained an American song to listen to. However, one of them reported it, and the police arrested everyone involved. 4 16-year-old teenagers were sentenced in court to 1 year of forced labor, hard labor. Ironically, not long after, Kim Jong-un himself allowed a Western music concert to be held in North Korea. He and his officials sat in front of television cameras and watched the concert without anyone punishing them. This oppressive lifestyle has led to a drug addiction crisis in North Korea. Around 30% of the population is addicted to drugs, including many under the age of 18. The most commonly abused drug is opium. North Korea is one of the world's producers of opium and sells it on the black market to generate revenue and bypass international sanctions. Recently, however, the government has introduced laws to prevent a portion of this opium from entering the domestic market, aiming to curb the rising number of addicts. In North Korea, relationships outside of marriage are strictly prohibited. Girls are expected to marry at a certain age and continuously have children to counteract the country's declining population. Romantic interactions between men and women are highly illegal unless they are married. Even holding hands with someone before marriage is considered a crime. Only 25% of North Koreans own a mobile phone, and even those who do have access only to basic models that can make calls but lack smart features. Meanwhile, Kim Jong-un's family has access to iPhones and high-speed internet. Some smugglers bring smartphones from China that are connected to Chinese networks, allowing users to communicate with the outside world. However, if someone is caught buying or selling one of these phones, they will disappear, never to be seen again. So why has North Korea become like this? Communism was supposed to ensure equality for all, yet the reality is extreme injustice.